Imagine waking up one day to the headline, "All of Antarctica's ice has melted overnight." The world gasps. Coastal cities panic. And global maps are about to change forever. But what would really happen if all of Antarctica's ice suddenly vanished? Could humanity survive the consequences, or would this mark the beginning of Earth's greatest catastrophe? Antarctica holds about 90% of the planet's ice and around 70% of its freshwater. If all of that were to melt in one sudden, catastrophic event, it would release more than 26.5 million cubic kilometers of water into the world's oceans. That's enough to raise global sea levels by over 58 meters, or around 190 feet. For perspective, that's higher than a 15-story building and enough to drown most of the world's major cities. New York? Gone. London? Underwater. Mumbai, Shanghai, Miami, Sydney submerged beneath a new, reshaped ocean. Entire nations like the Netherlands or island countries like the Maldives would vanish. Billions of people living in coastal zones would become climate refugees overnight, leading to the largest human migration in history. But there's more than just rising seas. The sudden release of so much freshwater would disrupt ocean currents, particularly the thermohaline circulation, often called the ocean's conveyor belt. This powerful system regulates global climate by moving warm and cold water around the planet. If disrupted, Europe could plunge into a deep freeze while other regions, like Africa or South America, could experience scorching droughts or floods. And then there's the wildlife. Antarctic species like emperor penguins, seals, and krill, cornerstones of the Southern Ocean ecosystem, would vanish. But this change wouldn't stay isolated. The collapse of Antarctica's ecosystem would ripple across food chains globally, even affecting what ends up on your dinner plate. The sudden ice melt would also impact Earth's albedo, or reflectivity. Ice reflects a large portion of sunlight back into space. Without it, the planet absorbs more heat, accelerating global warming. This triggers a feedback loop. Higher temperatures melt more ice, which causes more warming, and so on. Earth could spiral into a state that scientists call a hothouse planet, where average temperatures rise uncontrollably. But what would this mean for humanity's future? It could result in massive geopolitical conflict over land and resources. Countries might go to war over fresh water, arable land, and food. Economies would collapse. Infrastructure would fail. Disease and famine could follow. But it doesn't stop there. The melting of Antarctic ice would also awaken something ancient and possibly dangerous. Trapped beneath the ice for millions of years are ancient microbes and viruses. A sudden thaw could release these long-dormant organisms into our environment. We could face unknown pandemics at a time when global healthcare systems are already strained. Some believe that Antarctica may even hide forgotten relics of Earth's past, entire ancient landscapes, forests, or fossilized creatures. The melt could reveal secrets lost to time, offering insight into Earth's prehistoric climate and perhaps even ancient life. And here's a lesser-known twist. Antarctica's ice actually pushes the continent down due to its immense weight. If the ice melts, the land underneath would begin to rise, a process known as isostatic rebound. But it would take thousands of years. Meanwhile, all that newly added water puts extra pressure on ocean basins, possibly triggering undersea earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. In the best-case scenario, humanity bands together, builds floating cities, develops climate engineering, and adapts to a very wet, unpredictable planet. But the worst-case scenario? Civilization as we know it ends, and Earth enters a new era dominated not by humans, but by chaos. But here's the good news. This isn't happening overnight. While Antarctic ice is melting due to climate change, it's a slow process, unless triggered by rapid global warming. So this scenario is a warning, not a prophecy. If you found this fascinating, imagine what else could happen if nature turned against us. Subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing what-if scenarios, and don't forget to like and share the video. The future is full of possibilities, some terrifying, others hopeful. Let's explore them together.